Why did these college football rivalries vanish from history? Imagine a game so fierce it defined a season, a rivalry so intense it became part of local culture. Now, picture that rivalry suddenly gone, leaving fans wondering what happened. Many of these rivalries once drew crowds from miles around and created unforgettable traditions. But over time, they disappeared from the schedule, and understanding why helps us see how college football changes. Most rivalries end because of conference realignment. Schools switch leagues to chase better money, more exposure, or stronger competition. When teams move to different conferences, they often lose the chance to play each other every year. For example, the Oregon Ducks and Oregon State Beavers used to face off in the Civil War game, one of the oldest rivalries dating back to 1894. But with Oregon moving to the Big Ten Conference and Oregon State staying in a smaller Pac-12, their annual game is unlikely to happen again. This shift in conference membership is a major reason rivalries fade away. Scheduling conflicts also play a big role. As conferences grow, teams are required to play more league games, leaving fewer weekends for traditional non-conference matchups. Schools like Notre Dame, which are independent, still keep some rivalries, but even they face challenges. The Michigan Wolverines and Notre Dame Fighting Irish used to meet regularly, but Notre Dame's commitments to the Atlantic Coast Conference have paused that series at times. When teams have more conference games, they have less room on the schedule for historic rivalries. Another factor is the changing priorities of schools. When a school like Texas A&M leaves the Big 12 Conference for the Southeastern Conference, its annual game with Texas, called the Lone Star Showdown, gets interrupted. The move was driven by financial gains and competitive reasons. Even though both schools publicly express regret, the rivalry has not been played as often since. These decisions are often about money and exposure, not tradition. Sometimes rivalries fade because of broader shifts in college sports. Schools focus more on revenue from television contracts and national exposure. This means some traditional games are sacrificed for bigger, more profitable matchups. Schools may also change schedules to maximize television ratings, which can push aside historic rivalries. For fans and content creators, these lost rivalries are still worth celebrating. Sharing stories about their history, memorable moments, and cultural importance helps keep their spirit alive. Even if the teams no longer meet regularly, the stories behind these rivalries remain as part of college football's rich history. Understanding these changes involves knowing terms like conference realignment, which is when schools switch athletic conferences, often for better financial deals. Scheduling conflicts happen when teams have too many games to fit traditional rivalries into their season. Recognizing these factors shows how college football evolves, sometimes at the expense of long-standing traditions. While the disappearance of rivalries can feel like a loss, it also reflects the sport's growth and shifting priorities. Money, television, and national exposure now influence decisions more than ever. These changes reminded us that even the fiercest rivalries are not immune to the march of progress. In the end, rivalries vanish because of conference shifts, scheduling issues, and financial considerations. These factors reshape the sport, sometimes replacing old traditions with new opportunities. For those who love college football, remembering the stories behind these rivalries keeps the spirit alive, even if the games no longer happen.